Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Lilo N Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer, or today your tea host. I actually have tea today in my Premier Yarns cup. So, cheers to you. It's screaming hot, so I just sat down for the 8th time after I keep coming in here. I'm like, right now I'm gonna record. Forgot I had a towel on my head because I just got out of the shower. I was like, now I'm gonna record. There was no card in the camera. Alright, now I'm going to record. My battery needed to be changed. And I was like, now I'm going to record. My tea's too hot. I'm going to go grab some ice. And I'm also going to bring my jug of water in here because I just got back from a pretty intense workout. We went to a really nice place to go walk. It was, again, in the woods like we walked last week. I don't remember if I told you about that or not. However, this time we were not walking on gravel, we were walking on pavement in the same location, but there's different ways you could go. And it was a lot harder on my back. So we're gonna be walking gravel for a while until my back gets used to it. I have this cute little lemon dish that I got. I actually have lemon, I have an orange one for an orange, I have a green one for lime. I bought these dishes for like $1.29 at and that, otherwise known as at Christmas tree shops, and they are just so useful for tea bags, for a little squirt of ketchup next to your plate, for if you're eating sushi, put a little dab of soy sauce in there, because I don't eat a lot of soy sauce. Well, I don't eat soy sauce at all because it has wheat in it. I have to eat tamari, which is gluten-free. Today's tea, we're not going to just talk tea today because I got some stuff to show you that I'm so excited about. So we're going to do a review as well in this video. It's going to be a fun video, so stick around. The tea we are drinking today is Stash Herbal Tea. Now, I'm very new to the Stash teas. I've only tried a handful of these. I've been sent these in Happy Mail a couple times. I've always liked them. And I bought these, I think I got these at the Christmas tree shops for $3.99. These are also available on Amazon. I will link this below in case you're interested. It's 20 tea bags for $3.99. A radiant herbal infusion of tart hibiscus, lemongrass, and raspberries. I love hibiscus. I love raspberries. Lemongrass is hit or miss with me, so we'll see. What are the exact ingredients? Hibiscus, lemongrass, rose hips, orange peel, licorice root, natural raspberry flavor. This stuff is dark. How is my phone dinging? I put it in airplane mode. Today, I'm telling you, I'm Grand Central. I'm Grand Central. First of all, it was kind of a rough morning with little man. I'm gonna drink some water while I'm waiting for that to cool down a little bit. I put 4 ice cubes in there and they melted immediately, and there's not room for more. And then everyone else called me today. Everyone. It was like the second I got home from my walk, it was like bam, 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 bam. I went to go grab the shower to step into it, and my phone is ringing. Like, I need to turn my phone off or I'm not going to be able to get this video done, and I'm really, really excited about this video. Okay, so we got the tea covered, right? I told you what was in that. We're going to do a tea testing of that. I did put sugar in this because I've not been drinking. Ooh, that's kind of tasty. I put a heavy dose of sugar in there because I've not been drinking any sugars. I've been drinking I had a soda this weekend because we were in the car traveling, and I cannot drink bottled water for some reason. It makes me violently sick. It's specifically Dasani. And I know this because when we were at the air show, I got 1 bottle of Dasani because it was really hot, and I immediately started to get violently sick. So, I stopped drinking it about halfway through, and I was like, can't finish this bottle of water. Don't know why it makes me sick. Don't know why. Oh, this is so good. And it really, I don't know what it tastes like without the sugar because I just wanted sugar today. It's very raspberry forward. If you like raspberry, it almost tastes a little bit strawberry as well, but there's no strawberry in here. I think it's the hibiscus can tend to taste fruity. This is really good. I recommend this tea. that is very tasty. But like I said, I put a lot of sugar in it today. Because I'm allowed to. It is hot though. Put a little more ice in there. Put a little more ice in there. Just to get it to cool down. And then if it gets too cold, I'll just pour it over some ice and then we'll have iced tea. So I'm gonna slide that over. It is on my pumpkin coaster. Now I went to Joann's. The reason I went to Joann's, I was watching Kim from Affordably Crafty, which I often do. I love seeing what deals and steals and bargains and freebies she has come across in the crafty world. If you watch Kim from Affordably Crafty, you'll know why I said that. I went to Joann's. I actually ran to Joann's, and I posted in her Facebook group. She has a Facebook group where she posts a lot of her steals, deals, links, freebies, all that in her Facebook group. I will link Kim and her Facebook group and her stuff below. And also the video of why I ran to Joann's. I will post all that below if I can remember all of that. So what happened, I was watching, and it was first thing in the morning. I think it was Saturday morning. I think it was Saturday because that's when they do their live. And I don't watch their live because I'm so busy on the weekends. I don't have time to watch lives. I barely have time to watch videos. However, I was sitting in the bed and I was crocheting. I was like, I just really want to sleep in today. And I didn't. Little man was up at like 6:30. Maybe even earlier than that. That's why the members video came out so early. Because I was like, I'm up, I might as well. But I did stay in bed and crochet. I actually worked on the shirt that I showed you guys yesterday. What did I do with it? It's over here. I was working on this. And I was like, well, since I'm in bed, Mr. Cinnamon is doing yard work. I finished making this top, which is super, super cute. And it smells so good. I'm gonna watch some videos in bed while I'm crocheting, working on that top. I was trying to finish it, and I did. Fiber. Actually, that looked like dog hair. Oreo sheds like crazy, and I don't know how, because she doesn't have that much fur. So there's little white dog hairs on everything. I'm just glad she's not like a furry dog, because that would drive me nuts. Anyway, so she showed these, she did a whole review on Susan Bates Twist and Lock interchangeable crochet hooks. Now, when I first saw that, I was like, okay, it's cool that it's Susan Bates, because I actually like Susan Bates. And Thursday, come back, because I'm gonna show you all of my hooks. I really would like to talk about why my favorites are my favorites. And I know that I've discussed this in the past, but now that I have these, I want to review and go over my opinions and talk about what I feel makes a good crochet hook. And so I think it's gonna be fun. So I am gonna review these in this video, but I'm also going to revisit them and compare them to other hooks in my stash. Excuse me, later Thursday, because I told you guys in Monday's video, I have to push back PO to Friday because of Premier Yarns is releasing a new yarn. So she was reviewing these hooks, and I was like, okay, I'm not real big on this kind of thing. This is gimmicky to me. But when I was watching her review, I thought how beneficial these could be. And so this big set retails for $43.99 regular at Joann's, but this is the only set that was in the state of Virginia when I checked locations. The one and only set in stock in the state of Virginia. However, Joann's also has the ones with just one handle and like two of the heads, or one handle and a head and a cutter. So I was watching Kim, and I was like, usually this kind of thing throws me off or turns me off, because I purchased a set from, I can't remember who designed them. There was a big name podcaster or something like that that made a whole set, and they were heavy metal and they screwed in together, and I hated the hooks. and I had to polish them and clean them before I could use them because they were so sticky. And then after that, I was like, I was already mad at the hooks. And it wasn't that they were bad hooks. It was a neat set. It was very similar to this, but they screwed in together. I just didn't like the set, so I gifted it to my sister for Christmas. And she knew that it was a gift. She knew that I did a review on it. she had no problem. I've seen her use those hooks 100 times. She likes them. I did not. Because I'm spoiled with hooks. And I'm very picky with my hooks. Now, when I was watching Kim's review, the whole time I was kind of like skeptical. I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna like those hooks. Because the handle looks cheap. It looks cheap. It doesn't feel like, oh, fantastic. It feels like, and it's very lightweight. This whole thing is lightweight. And so I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like those. And then I watched Kim's review, and she was talking about it. And the more I watched, and the more I saw the cool things, and then she said she couldn't find the big set. And so I was like, well, curiosity has me. Is the big set available close to me? And my local Joann said limited stock. And then it said 1 in stock as I was looking at the page. So it changed from limited stock, which usually means 2, to 1 in stock. And the reason I figured out Joann's system is because other stores said 3 or more in stock. And then it would go limited stock. And then it would say 1 in stock. So I think 3 or more in stock is they have some. 2 is limited stock. And 1 is they only have 1 in stock. So my store, which never has anything good or anything new, had 1 set in stock according to the website. And I was like putting on my bra at this point. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta see if I can get these hooks. But they also said they had the smaller sets in stock, which they didn't have any. They didn't have any of those smaller sets in the entire store. I looked. And so we went in, and I know where the hooks are kept. They're kept on the back, well, the side wall. So the store, if you walk in the doors this way, it's all the way to this side wall, all the way in the back corner where the yarn is. So I know where the hooks are. I went straight to the hooks. I said, Juju, if you want to look at something else, you feel free, but I'm going straight to them hooks. I need to find that 1 set. And I'm looking. And I'm like, okay, Juju, you gotta help me find this. And I showed her a picture from Kim's page. Because I screenshotted it so I knew what I was looking for. And I'm looking, and I went to where all the pink Susan Bates papers are. Like, all the hooks are on pink paper, right? And I was like, so it should be here theoretically, but it might be on an end cap. And so I'm scanning, and I'm scanning. I see nothing with a black box. Nothing even close to this. And then Juju goes, is that it? It was shoved in. Like, there's all these pegs. Okay? It was shoved in on the pegs. Like, someone saw it, didn't want it, and just kind of tossed it in there. And it was the only one in the entire store. And so I was like, yeah, I snatched it. I put it in my thing. And then I went and looked at yarn, and Juju looked at beads, and she got some beautiful beads for her sun catchers. And I saw Mandala Clear and Stout. These were not a super great deal. They were $4.97 each. But they are the Mandala sequins, which I've wanted to try for a while. And Juju's like, no, Mom, you don't need any yarn, because she knows I got a goal back here. I'm trying to get rid of the boxes. She knows that I don't want to buy yarn for the rest of the year. And she was trying to hold me to that. And so I really appreciate it. I was like, Juju, this is for the channel. It'll be fine. Just let me get my 2 little skeins. There are sequins on here. And they're pretty colors. I'm not the biggest fan of Mandala, but I love sparkly yarn. So I just wanted to try these out and see if I like them. So I got those, and these are the Mandala sequins in the color agate and the color ametrine. So that tea's making me a little burpy. Anyway, so as I drink more, I wanted to open these up and do like a review. So I'm gonna flip the camera downward. Now the bigger set, which retails for $43.99 on Joann, it is also, let me double check, because I sent my sister the link, because once I showed these to baby Paprika, she wanted them. And so, let me check my text. I know it's in my texts. Yarnspirations. Nope. Apparently. I thought I sent her the picture. I don't want to play that. It is $39.99 on Yarnspirations right now. So if they don't have it at your Joann's, check yarnspirations.com. I will link all of this stuff below. Put my phone back in airplane mode. Right now, I got them on sale. So I paid $32.99 for this set. However, my sister got even a better deal. So that was 25% off. I paid $32.99. She got a better deal because they were not on sale, and she had a 50% off coupon. She said she paid $15 and something cents for hers. Amazing deal. Definitely worth $15. Even when I showed her this and told her I paid $32, she goes, that is worth the price for $32. Because you guys got to remember, I paid $12 a hook for my Omis. I have paid $30 and up for like furls. So I think that $32 for 6 heads and 2 handles and 2 cutters was a good deal. So here's what it looks like. We got 2 handles in this set. And they do have smaller sets where it's just 1 handle, like I said, and 2 heads, or 1 handle, 1 head, and this cutter. And I will, when we go down to the table, I will show you all this up close. So this is what the set looks like. These are cutters, these are heads, and these are the handles. So I'm gonna flip it around so you guys can actually see up close everything that's happening. I just gotta move stuff around, so I'll be right back. All right, so make sure we are straight here. Straight as we can be. All right, now I'm gonna pop all these pieces out, and I'm gonna grab a bag, a zipper bag, because I have some over here, I think. Maybe not. I might have to buy a new zipper bag. I do have, hang on, this bag might work. Yeah. I'm gonna recreate a zipper bag. Now, these little zipper bags, I got this from a wonderful subscriber to this channel. Sent me this for birthday. These little zipper bags are perfect for keeping stuff like this together, because I'm not gonna keep this in the box. I'm going to use these, and I'm gonna keep these all together in that Notions pouch, and that is gonna be my travel pouch. Provided I like these as much as I think I'm gonna like them. Kim's review, she gave it a 7 out of 10, which is good enough for me because she is very, I don't want to say she's picky because that's not the word. She knows what she likes. She knows what a good hook is. And when she says she doesn't like a hook, I stay away from it because I trust her opinion. And I really don't like this plastic container. That was difficult to pop out. Alright, now we got all the pieces out. We can take a better look. Let's see if I can get this light adjusted a little bit better. I feel like it's not. I feel like we're in the shadows. And it's up as bright as it'll go. Yeah. Alright, I think we'll be fine. Alright, so I have a spare ball of, this is Premier Anti-Pilling Acrylic. It is the best yarn in the world. That is what we're going to use to test this out because, you know, I want to give it a fair shake. I like Susan Bates. I think Susan Bates is a good hook. It is one of my favorites to reach for. If I'm going to use metal hooks. And the reason is because I like the shape of the head. So I like that really deep. These are called inline. So they cut in this way. Let me see if I can find a boy hook. If I can show you the difference. So this is your typical Susan Bates hook. Okay, see how it's cut in there? Versus this is boy. It's more rounded and it doesn't have like that deep cut in. So the cut doesn't go inward. It's kind of like molded that way. And it has more of a rounded head. And I started off with boy. Boy is a good hook. I'm not one of those people that it's boy or Susan Bates or Clover or more. And actually I've never used the Clovers. So I learned to crochet on boy hooks. Everything I know I learned on boy hooks. I like my boy hooks. I have a whole set of rubber handled boys, and this is the only Susan Bates hook that I owned up until this point. The reason I like it is because of the shape of the head, and actually this twist and lock set is even more pointy. Than this hook. So it's got a really good point. So it's going to help you to dig into those stitches. Okay, so now here's the handle. Now, the one thing that disappointed me is this blister here in the plastic, but I kind of laughed it off because my skin looks like that quite often. My skin does that where I get a blister and then I get this peely skin back. So I'm like, okay, one of them has that. The seams are not the greatest, but holding them, I don't know that I will feel that. And if I do, I can just like sandpaper that. And it's a nice rubbery grip. It's not soft and squishy, but the outside feels like a soft rubber. And I know I'm going to get asked, they don't smell rubbery. They don't stink. So I just took a nice deep smell. It just smells like plastic. Okay, so we have, what size hooks do we have? We have 6.5 is the green. Almost sounds like a wind chime. 6, so we have K or 6.5, J or 6 millimeter, I or 5.5, H or 5 millimeter. These are out of order. G or 4 millimeter, and F or 3.75. So I'm going to go with the 5 because that's what I use most often. Now see, let's move some of this stuff out of the way. You see how it has this thing right here? This little knobs right here? Kind of like Frankenstein's bolts. Now, you just line that up in here. And I learned how to do this from watching Kim's video because I would not have known otherwise. And there's a spring in here that you cannot see. I mean, I can see it, but you can't. And then you push it down slightly and you twist it and it's locked in. Okay, so that's what the handle looks like. Now I was watching Kim and I was like, okay, I don't like the way that looks. That looks not cute. Like, it's not real pretty. But look, this back end has a hole too. So, these cutters, you can just push in there. Let's see how that works. Push, twist. Is it not going to push and twist? Does it not work? Am I doing it wrong? There we go. Now that's locked in place to the bottom. So you have your tools all in one. And when I saw that there's a cutter available, I was like, okay, now let's get down to business because my mouse out of frame. That was the coolest thing ever. This is perfect for travel because so many times I forget my scissors. Not only is this perfect for travel, this is perfect for me sitting at the table because I forgot my scissors in another room. Or when I go upstairs and I only take my hook and my project, it's got a cutter on it. Now I'm going to test the cutter out because like I need to know. But also, if you're not using the cutter, you can put this in backwards. See, the cutter went on the inside. And now nothing is getting cut. It's just a little knob thing. But not only that, if you don't want to do that, watch this, guys. Watch this, watch this. You can store another size hook in there. Is that not the coolest thing? Like, I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, it's so cool. I was so excited. Now I'm going to give you my sister's opinion because she has already used this. She went out and bought these. And I checked locations around her because I texted her the picture. I was like, okay, this is what I got. Isn't this cool? And she was like, that's so neat. And then I told her the price. She's all, that's a pretty good price for that. Now, your opinion on the price may differ depending on your budget. That's perfectly fine. But for us, it was affordable. That tea is delicious. And she's already tried them out. And she texted me and she's all, I love them. I'm going to put lotion on because I'm a little bit dry. I just got out of the shower, and I just don't want the yarn to be sticking to me because that's not... I always have to lube up before I crochet, or knit for that matter. So, she was like, these hooks are so nice, they're so smooth. So I'm like, alright, well that's your opinion, but I'm going to save my opinion until I actually work it up. Same thing, like, I trust Kim's opinion, but sometimes I just gotta, you know, come in, and I also have some cotton on here. We're gonna try the cotton too and see how they work. But I know that I like Susan Bates. I like aluminum hooks. I like the way the handle feels. I'm trying to rub in the lotion. All right, now let's get down to business and crochet with these hooks. Now, this part here is pretty decent sized. I know I have a tape measure on my desk somewhere. See if I can find it. Where is my Premier Yarns tape measure? Anyway, that looks to be about, that's at least an inch worth of, so there's room to work there, which with some of the other hooks with rubber handles, sometimes that can be shorter. So yeah, look at it. So just a little bit longer than that hook, so whoop. All right. Now I'm going to give this a nice little swatch, and I'm using good yarn that I really love. My Neon Premier Yarns. Yeah, this is smooth. I also like the way it feels in my hand. It looks big. It doesn't feel real heavy. I might have to get my scale over here and see what the weight is in comparison to my Furls hooks or my Omi hooks that I use most often. I mean, it's obviously not going to be as light as a aluminum hook if that's what you're used to, but I really like the big chunky handle, because with the big chunky handles I don't have to like grip so hard, and it causes less strain on my hand and my wrist. And because I crochet and knit so often, I have lots of problems. I also have arthritis in my fingers, my hands, my wrist. So I'm liking it so far. It's not as smooth as some of my resin hooks, but it's not pleasant either. Like, it's a decent hook. I really like how sharp that tip is. I was so excited. Like, I'm recording this on Monday. I bought these on Saturday, and it has almost been killing me to not get these out and play with them. And I was like, nope, you gotta wait until you're on with your people. You gotta show them your opinion while you're working it up. My wrist is hurting a little bit, but my wrist always hurts me when I work on the table because I'm holding my hands at an unusual and not normal to me position. So we're going to just say that that's probably just for me being on the table. And of course by Thursday I will have played with these even more, so we will have even more opinions. But I just could not wait to show you guys these hooks. Oh yeah, that glided right into that little knot, that little stitch on the end that you always have trouble getting into. It went right in there because that tip is short. It's short. All right. Well, what stitch do we want to do now? Thinking like if we do like a bean stitch, 2, 3. See, we fit lots of loops on there. Having a little bit trouble coming back through because this part is sharp. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. We got it. We got it. 1. Just had to make the loops a little bit less, 3, a little less tight so we can fit through. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is going to be, and the reason I'm so excited is you guys know I do a lot of crochet and knitting, and for me, I always overpack, and I always bring like if we're going on a long car trip specifically, I bring a lot of stuff because if I'm working on a big project and I bring that, I will bring the big project, but I will also bring cotton, which I have some cotton here left over from a project. If I can get the end out. I always bring cottons in case I want to make something smaller. If I get bored of working on what I work on, I always bring extras, like extra yarn for like washcloths or hair ties or headbands or anything like that. And then I bring whatever I'm working on. And then I always have to bring an extra hook because the cotton usually takes a smaller hook or a different hook. And then I'm worried, like with the resin hooks, I'm worried that these are going to get broke because we're traveling and bags get thrown about. So then I bring, like, you know, I'm always careful with what hooks I bring. And I was just thinking, like, this is the perfect travel set, but it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to only be your travel set. This can also be perfect for like just, you know, just having with you. Because now you got like all of these in one little tiny bag, and this would fit in a little Dollar Tree pouch. So I'm like, yeah, I just was so excited. This is definitely, and I have to go over the mountain this week, as a matter of fact, because I have to take my niece to go get her arm looked at. So, in case you don't know, she broke her arm. She has to go to a specialist to get it looked at. She's terrified to go by herself, so I had to drive over and take her to the doctor, which I don't mind doing, but now I can bring these hooks and we can travel together with them. I'm so excited. This is so much fun. I only have a little tiny bit left, so I'm going to do this last row and just use up the last bit of this yarn. My little swatchy swatch. These are good hooks. They're decent. I can't think of anything that I hate about them just yet. I have lots of hooks that are too sharp here. And so for me, that's not a big deal. You just got to learn to like loosen up your stitches a little bit. A lot of the furls, let me get one. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The furls resin hooks and the wood hooks specifically are really sharp right here. They're really sharp right here. Same as here. So that's very similar. But this hook from Furls, I don't use it because it's so sharp right there. It snags. That's the only problem that I have had with this hook so far. And you guys saw that I quickly remedied that just by loosening up my stitches. Alright, so this swatch is done because we used up all the yarn. Yay! I love Premiere. Alright, so anyway, let's try this. This is Cotton Candy Blend from Lion Brand. Try this out next. Although this is thinner. This is a number 3, so let's try, and that very easily switches out. Let's try the 4mm hook. See how easy that switches out? Yeah, 4 will work, I think. It says it recommends, why the heck does it say a 6mm? Yeah, no. Alright, so I think the 4 will be fine. It will suffice. Tangle over here. I didn't even check to cut the yarn. Hang on. Get to the end. We'll try our little cutter out. Alright, so you get to the end of your project, you cut your yarn. See if it cuts. And it cuts. I mean, it took some effort, but it cut. Let's try that again. It's not too bad. I mean, it's not the sharpest blade, but when you are doing a travel project specifically, that comes in handy. It comes in a pinch. And then, when you're not cutting with it, you just put it back away. But I'm going to leave the cutter out because I'm going to try it with this cotton as well. Let's see what happens. Now this cotton is a little bit splitty, so we're going to be mindful of that. It splits with all of my hooks just slightly. We're going to be mindful of that, and we're not going to blame that on the hook specifically unless it's really, really bad. And with cotton, usually there's a little more drag, and there's definitely a little bit of drag, but not more so. I mean, this is very, very similar to just everyday aluminum hooks, except it's got this cool handle, and you can swap it out, which I'm all about. Now, before you go crazy and you guys want to run and buy these, check on your app to see if they're even in stock at your Joann store first. If not, they are currently available for sale on Yarnspirations. I will link that directly below for you. I am not affiliated with Yarnspirations. I don't even know if Yarnspirations knows who I am. And if they do, they don't care who I am. I have never even talked to anyone with Yarnspirations. However, these hooks are kind of cool. So I'm gonna give you guys the link directly. And that way, in case you guys want to purchase them, try Joann's first because Joann's has coupons. Use your coupons. I couldn't use a coupon because it was on sale already, and she was like, nope. I could have used a 20. I had a 25% off even off of clearance, and I let Juju use it, so I didn't actually get to use any coupons on this, but I didn't mind because I was like, I'm making a video. And the video will pay me back for buying these anyway. It'll be all good. It'll be like a tax write-off or whatever. Because it's a tool for my business. So, it's all good. We're all good. I don't like these hooks as much with cotton. It's a little bit sticky. But that's common with cotton anyway. Like cotton, it always has more drag on it. As you can see, I'm slowing down, but isn't this yarn pretty? So, I'm not going to do bead stitches with this because that would just be, it would be torturous because this yarn is, like you just saw, it's a little bit splitty. But yeah, definitely like it better with the acrylic. But going from anti-pilling acrylic from Premier to any other yarn is like going from gold to dirt. I'm just being real in my opinion. I really like these hooks. I think they're neat. They're fun. I think they're a good price considering there's so many heads on them. I like the handle. I like the way the handle feels. Alright, now see how this cuts with the cotton. Yeah, that took some effort. So the cutters are subpar. They're just okay. They'll do in a pinch. But it took a lot of effort to cut that. That is so pretty. So pretty. Alright, so, and also, you also carry another size hook in there, which is cool. Now you got two hooks. You got a big hook and a skinny hook. See? Isn't that cool? I just like this. I think it's neat. I wonder if you store them both that way. Nope. Because the hook is up too far, I think. It's still neat. And then you get your little zipper bag, and you can get a zipper bag from the dollar store. Everything stays in there, stays together, so you don't lose it. And I have, let me throw my needles in here. I got a full thing. Throw some stitch markers in there if I wanted. That's a whole thing. That's all I'll ever need for my travels. That is fantastic. That's so much fun. So check these out. Once again, these are the Twist and Lock interchangeable crochet hooks from Susan Bates. If you like Susan Bates style hooks, which I am a big fan of, definitely check these out. Now, if you use your phone and you use the camera and you scan that, it will take you directly to where you can buy these on Yarnspirations. Warning, cancer and reproductive harm. Well, that's lovely. Probably in the plastic. So see, it shows you here. You just push down, twist and lock, or you can put them in hook size. See, that's how you do it. Made in China. Coates and Clark, Charlotte, North Carolina. Select your crochet hook size, insert it into the handle, twist and lock into place. Easy peasy. Easy enough. And it's, oh, I meant to weigh these. That's what we're going to do. Ew, there's like coffee marks on there or something. Grody. I don't know who was setting their drink on this. Let's see, we don't want milliliters. Pounds and ounces. And so the handle with 2 hooks inside of it is 1.2 ounces. And a Omi hook is 0.8 ounces. It was only slightly heavier. Let me find a Furls hooks. 1.5. So it weighs just about, what did I say it was 1 point what? 1.2. Let me find the right size hook. Because some of these hooks weigh less. 1.6. It's lighter than the Furls Odyssey. That's the smallest Odyssey I have. 0.7. It's heavier than like your regular old stick one. 0.4. Let's try another resin hook. 0.9. So it's minimally heavier. 1.4. That is the smallest Furls Odyssey that I own. It is a G hook. It is 1.4. It weighs 0.2 ounces more than this with 2 hooks inside of it. So that should tell you all you need to know whether it's heavy or not. See, now it says 1.3. 1.3. And then with the cutter, let's see, if you take out the bottom hook, it's only 1 ounce even. Let's see what it weighs with the cutter in there. 1.1 ounce. So you can make it lighter if you find that it's too heavy with the hook and I used a big hook in the back. If you find it's too heavy with that hook in the back, just take that other hook out. So there you have it. I think that is all the information that we have. Definitely check out these hooks. I will link everything I talked about below. I'm very excited. And yeah, very cool. Thank you so much to Kim for always inspiring me, and I learned so much from her. I really do. And I couldn't have done this review without her reviewing her hooks first. So I will link, like I said, I will link that review below so you can see her opinions as well. Just so you guys can get like multiple opinions before you purchase something, because I don't ever want you to feel like my opinion is the only opinion. It is not. And sometimes people disagree with me, and that is perfectly fine. If you don't like the same things I like, it's perfectly cool. That's why I always try to let you know, like, hey, Kim has an opinion too, go watch hers. Because I don't remember exactly what she said about these hooks, but everything she said made me want to run and go buy them, because I was very excited. I think they're really neat, and I think they're going to be a lot of fun to play with. And yeah, so alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday tea. I already drank a whole bunch of that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.